Hello everybody, what is going on? This is Marcus and we are here back for another episode of Marcus on Top. And for the last time, now for real the last time, we will be using DaFlo's team as I am currently trying to get some more mons to have a little bit more diversity. I'm rating currently flat 1800s, that is nice. So yeah, if you want to help me to get some of the mons that I need, maybe you have some of them, you can check out my Twitter. I will leave a list of stuff that I could need for upcoming videos there. And I don't know if you have some of them or you can somehow help me get them, then let me know there. And yep, check that out on my Twitter. So we will still be using DaFlo's team here. Yeah, still didn't level up the Smeargle, still level 13. Gengar's comment of the day already also figuring out the real reasoning behind level 13. Yeah, it's a bad luck number, so you want to get that luck in your favor, and yes. So, first opponent of the day, coming out from Japan, and that is a very, very standardish looking team that I would classify as like Japanese Ryogre team, since it has the likes of Weavile and Zapdos, and also the Gengar, probably Mega Gengar and Crobat combination kind of thing. That, I don't know, like it's somewhat popular, or it got a little bit more popular in the Western world right now, since there's like blog posts and Nugget Bridge about it. But yeah, that's like, I don't know, like looks like Japanese to me. I don't know how else to put it. So now we want to look out for like what could the items be. Gengar and Weavile, as well as Rayquaza, are three mons that could potentially carry a Focus Sash. Though if we would probably think that this might be a Mega Gengar, then maybe the Weavile has like the Sash or the Life Orb, and then Rayquaza the last item, or maybe Rayquaza is even like a choice band. So against this kind of team, yeah, like it's tough, or like it can be tough, since if they lead with Gengar and you go for the explosion with Lando, then you just lose them on and you don't do any damage to them at all. But since we do have the Metal Herb, at least yeah, they cannot prevent the Trick Room from going up unless they, I don't know, I'm not sure, unless they run Hypnosis on their Gengar, for example. But yeah, I'm interested in seeing what will happen here. Interestingly enough, my opponent does not run like a Steel type that is commonly seen on those teams, like no Ferrothorn, no Aegislash, or anything like that. So I don't know what his answer to Trick Room would really be. Though since we are level 13 Smeargle after all, we don't really have too much of a problem with like Ferrothorn, since we can put that to sleep anyway with Dark Void. So my opponent is leading off with that Crobat and Gengar lead that got a little bit of hype in the Western world, or also in Japan, since, yeah, it's proclaimed to always beat the Big Six, or at least have a really good matchup if you're running HP Ice on the Mega Gengar. And actually I'm a little bit, I don't know, like a little bit afraid of that HP Ice coming out right here. So I might actually do something that I don't do too often, and that is switch out Landorus and just go for the Trick Room with Dialga and just switch Landorus right out into our Groudon. This might backfire, but I don't know, I'm not sure why my opponent should go for, I don't know, like a Super Fang, for example. That could really hurt us, so I'm expecting just a potentially HP Ice or like Icy Wind and Taunt coming out, depending on what type of moveset that Gengar runs. Yeah, I don't know why else he would lead it if it doesn't have, like, I don't know, an Ice type attack, for example, for the Landorus, because against Dialga it really doesn't do too much. Crobat, on the other hand, can potentially have Taunt, though since we do have that Metal Herb, we're not too afraid of that. The Mega Evolution is coming out, so yeah, let's see what my opponent has right here. And it will be the Taunt onto Dialga, but thanks to the Metal Herb, we will be able to successfully set up the Trick Room, unless his Gengar also went for the Taunt. But nope, there is the hidden power, and that is most likely Ice. Good. So, we got off the Trick Room. Gengar did a little bit of damage to the ground with that hidden power Ice, but not all too much, and yeah, we're pretty safe going into the next few turns, I think. So, the question right here is whether to go for the Gravity with the Dialga, or whether we would just want to do like a lot of damage to either of his mons. Crobat most of the time do not carry Protect, so maybe he just wants to get rid of his Crobat by leaving it in, or he wants to switch it out into his Kyogre. That could also be a thing. His Gengar definitely has to watch out for Precipice Blades, so I think the play I want to make here is actually go for a substitute here with Groudon and also the Gravity. We could protect though, but I think if we manage to get up the substitute, that could be really good. Okay, so Gengar goes for the protect just as expected, but that will also mean, since Crowbit stayed in, that he will probably go for a Super Fang on either the Dialga or most likely on the Groudon. So maybe like a Fire Punch would have been the better play here. But let's see what he goes for. There's the Super Fang coming out onto the Dialga actually. Okay, so that's kind of what I was hoping for, since right now we do have the substitute up, and we can just KO both his mons with Precipice Blades, and there's nothing he can switch in here. And now the question is, do we want to go for the Draco Meteor, or do we just Iron Head? Both are perfectly fine, I think. But Precipice Blades plus another Precipice Blades the following turn and Iron Head should take care of everything that he has on his team. Like, he can switch in Zapdos, Kyogre, he probably doesn't have Weavile, probably just Kyogre and Rayquaza in the back. But yes, just going for Iron Head here seems like a fine choice, and Precipice Blades, of course. Now, we can't miss, maybe he goes for another Protect attempt, but nope, he actually just goes ahead and forfeits the match. Doesn't see any way to victory here for him, wow. Didn't expect that, but looks like he just felt like, okay, well, he's going to Precipice Blades now, and yeah, like, I can send out my Kyogre the next turn, but then he threatens to KO Rayquaza with Draco Meteor and Precipice Blades. And then, yeah, like, Kyogre could, of course, break the substitute with, like, a Water-type attack, but that would be about it. Water Spout wouldn't be enough to KO the Dialga, so, or Origin Pulse wouldn't be enough, and so, yeah, I don't know, he just felt like forfeiting was what he wanted to do there. So that's a very, very quick game in the first game here, in the first match. But yeah, that is also what can happen, and I really do think that those Groudon, Precipice Blade spam teams are really, really strong if you can successfully pull off that strategy. As we could see with that Mental Herb, we slowed him down so much he didn't accomplish anything the first turn. We set up Trick Room, then the next turn went even better for us as we got the free substitute as he Super Fanged into the Dialga, and yeah. So, okay, what is this? We do see Yveltal, Ho-Oh, Nidoking, Lapras, Whimsicott. Like, all of those mons are not very common. I guess the most common mons on his team are like on the left side, like Yveltal, Mawile, and Whimsicott, but still. That is not something I've ever seen before, and his rating was actually like somewhat decent, like in the 1700s, I think. So we definitely have to watch out here. Yeah, this could be some kinda Trick Room team with Whimsicott, but I don't really see that, to be honest. I really don't know what to expect here. I just can see that if we get up Gravity, then Groudon's Precipice Blades will do a lot of damage to everything. Like, hitting Ho-Oh super effectively is one of the reasons why some of the like Big 6 variants teams that have like a Cresselia also opt to go for Gravity. Since, yeah, if you can hit the Ho-Oh with your Groudon, yeah, well, there goes your so-called Big 6 counter. I mean, Ho-Oh, yeah, doing fantastically against a combination of Xerneas and Groudon, but yeah, with Gravity up and Trick Room, Precipice Blades just can, I don't know, one-hit KO you, or at least do a lot of damage depending on the splits. But yeah, looking forward to seeing what my opponent has up his sleeve here. That really looks like, I don't know, very unconventional team, but yeah, let's see. Okay, he sends out, I think that is Yveltal and the Whimsicott. Here they are. So we could just explode here, I guess, and set up the Trick Room. He has Mawile, but that can't do too much damage to the Groudon, though it can potentially underspeed us. He also has a Lapras, but since he doesn't have any way to change the weather, like Ho-Oh and Yveltal are his restricted mons, yeah, we also don't have to fear the Lapras. So I think it is actually just fine to set up the Trick Room. We do have the Metal Herb, so we don't have to worry too much here about a Taunt or Protect and Encore the next turn. But he actually goes ahead and goes for the Swagger on our Landorus. What? Okay, maybe he just foul plays into it as well. If he's like a lot of speed. Okay, yes, that makes sense. So he goes for the swagger and foul play, just cleanly takes out the Landorus. But I guess we could have sent out Smeargle here, predicting that, but yeah, that would have been like a little bit too crazy of a play to make. So yes, we get off the Trick Room, but yeah, he got rid of the Landorus. So basically, this is the same situation as if he went for, like, I don't know, double protect. Only difference here that he can't protect. So yeah, this is probably the worst that could have happened. Though I don't know, we're still fine. I think we get the Trick Room up. Worst actually probably would have been like a swagger into Dialga and the South hit, and I don't know, Dark Pulse flinching Landorus or critting. So I kind of don't want to go into Smeargle because I'm a little bit afraid of Taunt. Though this Whimsicott also revealed the swagger already, so maybe he doesn't just doesn't carry Taunt. But yeah, I want to go into Groudon regardless. So he probably wants to go for an Encore onto this Dialga, since yeah, we just used Trick Room. So if we stayed in here and he went for the Encore, we would have to reverse the Trick Room. But thanks to the Metal Herb, that won't happen, obviously. So now the question is, does he go for Protect with his Yveltal, or does he just attack and stay in? And because we could go for Fire Punch and Draco Meteor on that Yveltal, though maybe that actually doesn't knock it out. We've seen in a previous episode how Yveltal can tank those Draco Meteors, and Fire Punch, while it is pretty powerful, I'm not sure how much it would do. Also, we want to set up Gravity at some point. Though, yeah, actually I think I want to go after the Yveltal and hope it doesn't protect, but let's see. So there's the Encore. So yeah, he was actually just going for that kind of obvious play here, but thanks to the Metal Herb we are fine. He also didn't go for the Protect with Yveltal, so let's see how much Fire Punch does here. And that does a good amount, but let's see if Draco Meteor is enough to pick up the KO. I really hope it is. We didn't see any Life Orb or anything either, so that is probably bulky, but okay. Draco Meteor is enough to get the KO here, and Yveltal goes down. Good. So that is a really good pickoff, but now we still have to watch out for that Whimsicott's Encore, since yeah, we don't want to be locked into Draco Meteor here, as he sends out Ho-Oh. So we definitely want to get up Gravity. Now the question is, does my opponent expect me to run Gravity? And will he go for the Encore onto the Dialga to lock us into Draco Meteor? I think I kind of just want to switch out here no matter what, because now what if he goes for Sacred Fire onto the Dialga and he gets the burn? That would be really bad. But yeah, I don't think we can risk staying in here, because if he Encores us, then we're just wasting our turns, Draco Meteoring the yeah, Ho-Oh or even the Whimsicott, so that wouldn't be too great. So he actually goes for the Encore onto the Groudon, but we went for the Fire Punch anyway, so that is fine. Fire Punch will go into the Whimsicott here, as we chose that as our target, and it goes down to the Focus Sash. Let's hope for a burn, but yeah, we don't get it, and Sacred Fire comes out onto the Smeargle, so let's really hope for no burn here, please. We're on Sash, obviously, and no burn. Okay, this is really good. So now we could actually think about going for the Fake Out on the Whimsicott and Substitute. The only problem with that is if he goes for Protect with Whimsicott, then we would be in a lot of trouble. He would probably knock out our Smeargle, but even if he does, then we would have Groudon behind a Substitute, and his last Mon is either Mawile or Lapras or Nidoking, and Groudon behind a Substitute in the Sun can deal with all of them with Precipice Blades. So then we can set up Gravity with our Dialga, and we should be in a good spot to take this game. I don't want to risk going for any other move, to be honest. We could go for Endeavor and Fire Punch to take out the Ho-Oh though. But I'm just going... Oh wait! Oh! I'm so screwed. We're still Encored into Fire Punch. And he does have Protect. If we just Endeavor and Fire Punch the Ho-Oh, that would have been like such a good play. I'm so bad. Oh, forgetting about that freaking Encore on the Fire Punch. Wow, and he just Brave Birds and takes out the Smeargle. Okay, I really didn't think that through. So yeah, Encore and Fire Punch just would have won us the game right there, I think. But now it could actually be a little bit more problematic. Now I do think we just set up Gravity right here and go for the Fire Punch on the Whimsicott. Since yeah, Fire Punching Ho-Oh, even though it did a sizable amount of damage, still not too great. He actually goes for the Swagger on his own Ho-Oh, so that is probably Lumberry. Yeah, okay. I would have been very confused if that wasn't Lumberry. So, okay, we will be able to take out the Whimsicott, but after that very bad mistake in forgetting about Encore, Ho-Oh is still around and now at +2. Gravity is up though, so we can hit it with the Precipice Blades next turn if we survive until then. But let's see what he does. Okay, goes for the Sacred Fire. That will do a lot of damage to the Dialga, I would expect it to do. What? Okay, that was a critical hit. There was no way that this just one-hit KOs us. But wow, that did a lot. So Encore ends and Trick Room is also over. So now let's see what his last mon is. If it's Nidoking, I think we just lose. And that's Nidoking, so we just lose. Oh. Yeah, if it was Mawile or the Lapras, I think we would still win, but it's Nidoking, so we will lose most likely. I don't think we can take... No, we could definitely not take Earth Power plus an attack from that Ho-Oh. So, yeah, what a bad mistake to make, forgetting about Encore right there, and that cost us the game, really. Wow. So yeah, the power of Nidoking coming out here just wanted KOing Groudon, but oh well. If we just went for the Encore and Fire Punch, that game would have been ours, I think. Though, even then, Nidoking really threatening our team composition right there, since our like damage dealers would be the Groudon and the Dialga. Though once Ho-Oh goes down, we could have we still would have had Trick Room up, so we could have set up like a substitute and take out the Whimsicott next turn. But oh well. I actually think we will give this team the last honor in one last battle, since I don't want to end this here with this team with such a bad loss. So yeah, let's actually go ahead and play a third game here in today's episode, and let's see what we can do. So yeah, really interesting team concept coming out from my opponent, and once again you could see like I wasn't able to make the best use of my Trick Room turns since I forgot about that Encore. And then, yeah, since we didn't do anything that one turn where we went for the Fake Out and Fire Punch, we just lost right then because he was able to stall out Trick Room, and then in the end with his Nidoking was just able to KO us. Oh well. Great. So, last battle with this team and for today's episode will be against a 15 and 80 something rated player from Japan that has a pretty standardish looking team though. Dual Mega option, Kyogre and Xerneas, and probably a support, like, maybe it's Trick Room, support Smeargle and Cresselia. So we could think about leading the Crobat right here, since we do see Smeargle and Xerneas. So Crobat Dialga could be something, or Kangaskhan Dialga, to deal with that. Yeah, I think we will actually go with Kangaskhan Dialga here. We kind of want to set up the Trick Room, but I want to figure out the speed tiers of the Smeargle first, since yeah, like Smeargle, if it has min speed and if it's built for Trick Room, then it would underspeed our Groudon. Even though we're level 49, Smeargle is actually still slower. So yeah, I don't want that to happen. So yeah, by leading with the Kangaskhan right here, we can threaten a potential Smeargle Xerneas lead, but we can also like check out whether it's like, I don't know, if it's Smeargle Cresselia, we can probably assume something like a Trick Room and Crafty Shield Smeargle. But yeah, we're seeing the Smeargle and Xerneas here, and I did the mistake of going for the Hammer Arm into the Smeargle in an earlier episode, and it went pretty bad, so I just will go for the Fake Out, I think, and the Trick Room. Yeah, I think. Though, do we want to set up Trick Room? Or do I want to go for that Hammer Arm again and try? Let's think. What happened last time? I think he went for Fake Out on the Dialga, and things were really bad. yeah, so let's fake out the Smeargle and just Trick Room. And let's see what will happen. So we will outspeed this right here. Maybe actually the guy that we played in one earlier episode that went for the fake out expected us, or I'm not sure if that was actually on recording, but I think it was. Okay, so we got off the fake out. Yeah, maybe that guy expected us to be like really slow Kangaskhan since it's such an obvious Trick Room team. But okay, we got off that fake out, and actually Smeargle did not go for a fake out or follow me or anything, but probably just straight for the Dog Void. But also means we will be able to get off this Trick Room, which is great. No Moody on that Smeargle, which is even better. And I think we will just go ahead and double edge into the Xerneas and Ironhead to knock out that Smeargle. And let's hope that he's not min speed. But okay, so he goes for the follow me. Yeah, I don't think there was too much like he could have done. Probably protecting though, just all of the turn of Trick Room would have been the play. But yeah, Ironhead was launched into the Smeargle anyways. And our Kangaskhan will proceed to go for that double edge. Should deal a fair amount of damage to the Xerneas. And that is definitely a fair amount. Let's see what he went for. Probably another Moonblast. Yep, there it is. No, not really any reason to set up Geomancy right there. But gets the KO on Dialga. Actually, you need like so much special defense to make Moonblast from timid Xerneas like a 3-hit KO, or like to survive a +2 Moonblast. So yeah, that's definitely not worth it if you ever thought about it going for that. Now we could either go into Smeargle or into the Groudon. Let's think this through. I'm guessing he probably has Kyogre in the back, so maybe we want to keep Groudon off the field for a little bit longer to make sure that we have the weather advantage. And yeah, we can just go into Smeargle and go for the like Dark Void and Hammer Arm, depending on what he sends out here. That looks like the Cresselia, and there it is. So that could actually be Magic Coat, so we want to be prepared for that. I could make a really strange play and go for the Hammer Arm into the Cresselia and fake out the Xerneas to slow myself down a little bit. But maybe that would actually not be too great. So maybe just switching into the Groudon would be fine and going for the fake out on the Xerneas. Though, if he goes for the Trick Room, that would be really bad. But I think we will risk it. Yeah, because even if he went for the Trick Room right here, it doesn't really help him against the Kangaskhan, since with Sucker Punch we could just pick up the KO on Xerneas anyway. So I don't see too much reason for my opponent to go for like a Protect Trick Room play. But maybe that was his plan and he wants to reverse the Trick Room right here, and then that would potentially be a little bit bad, since he can then lock out or Smeargle the next turn. But Fake Out will go off, and we didn't see Magic Code or anything. And yeah, he just goes for an Ice Beam into the Smeargle. Okay. So we will be down to Sash, but that is just fine. And now we can decide whether we want to bring that Cresselia down to like 25% if it has like Citrus Berry, or like 1 HP if it has no Citrus Berry, or whether we want to set up Gravity so we can't miss anymore. I actually think we will... I actually think we could also substitute and Dark Void. But I think I want to Precipice Blades and Endeavor. Because Cresselia is just really difficult to take down. Or Gravity. Yeah, let's actually go Gravity so we can't miss. The Cresselia is not too threatening anyways, can't do too much damage to the Groudon, and I don't want to lose this because of like a miss. But yeah, Gravity goes off, and Precipice Blades will do a significant amount of damage to the Cresselia despite all its bulk, and yeah, that is a fair amount. Xerneas, of course, goes down, and we do see the Trick Room. Okay, so he actually carries Trick Room and reverses it right here. I'm not sure if that was actually the play to make, since he could have just waited another turn and like then stalled it out probably. But yeah, now he has like the Smeargle still around, which is of course pretty useless right now. yeah, if we had White Guard, we could probably play some mind games, and depending on what moves he has, like if he has Origin Pulse and Water Spout, then yeah, we could potentially go for a White Guard here. But yeah, we're not too sure about what he has, so I actually think we will go for the Protect and just Dark Void here. I mean, the chances are he will just knock us out, of course. But if for whatever reason he doesn't, if he wants to like scout for our Protect, then we will get off that Dark Void, probably like against the Cresselia, since most Cresselias like don't have Protect. But we will see. Another play I could theoretically make would be switch out the Groudon into Kangaskhan to reset the weather later on. But if he has Skill Swap on his Cresselia, then that wouldn't achieve too much. And he actually goes for the Ice Beam. Okay, so I don't know why, but he didn't want to go for any Water type attack. Maybe expecting a White Guard from that Smeargle. But yeah, we don't have that, so that's not an option. So Kangaskhan will come out here, and I think we will actually go for the Fake Out on the Kyogre and substitute with our Groudon to make sure that we can get off the Precipice Blades the next turn. And yeah, we're not too sure about what kind of Kyogre my opponent has here. Chances are that he's slower than Kangaskhan, but we don't know for sure. So I want to play it safe and just go for the Fake Out and the substitute. And depending on what he does this turn, we can the next turn go for either Precipice Blades and Sucker Punch, or Precipice Blades and Double Edge to knock it out. But he actually goes for the Helping Hand here, not fearing the Fake Out at all, or maybe predicting me to go for the Fake Out on the Cresselia, but yeah, we didn't do that. So Fake Out will come out on that Kyogre, and we will be able to set up a substitute, and yeah, we will just bring ourselves in the position that we want to be in to win this game. So Precipice Blades and Double Edge should definitely knock out his Kyogre. There's nothing he can do to knock out our Kangaskhan with his Cresselia or anything like that, because yeah, we have to watch out for a potential situation in which we are, I don't know, stuck and where we can't, like, I don't know, if he got Levitate on his Kyogre, for example, with Skill Swap, we couldn't hit it with our Groudon once Gravity runs out, but at the moment that is not really a problem. And he just goes for the Origin Pulse. I don't think Helping Hand was necessary there, but yeah. He goes for it anyway, and yeah, fortunately enough, Gravity is still up, so we don't have to be afraid of any misses here or anything, and Precipice Blades will come out, knock out the Kyogre, and bring Cresselia in knockout range for another one, unless he has the Citrus Berry, and then it'll take one more turn, but nope. No Citrus Berry coming out, and another Precipice Blades or just a Fire Punch should be enough to knock it out and seal up this game. So yeah, we were kind of able to get off our strategy here, set up the Trick Room, get off Gravity, and yeah, showing off how Kangaskhan can help with that a little bit better than in the other game where I picked it, and yeah, so this will be the end of DaFlo's team on my channel. Once again, if you want to support me with Pokemon, then go over on my Twitter, link will be in the description, and check out the list that I posted there. And yeah. So, thanks a lot once again to DaFlo. Definitely check him out on Twitter. Very successful guy. And yeah, so if you like what you saw, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to my channel. And of course, as always, also go over to check out my friend's WolfieGlick's channel, who just very recently started doing YouTube, and yeah, looking forward to more great stuff over there. Link will also be in the description, so if you haven't subscribed to him yet, definitely go ahead and do so. Have a good day, see you soon, and bye.